Money decisions don't have to be either or. With Bank of America, they can be yes and. Like yes to sunny vacations and rainy day funds. Can our digital tools and guidance help you create the future you want? Yes. And help you keep enjoying today, too. Do more with a bank that asks, what would you like the power to do? Explore our tips and more at bankofamerica.com/yes and.
I've got a lot of grandbabies, like a lot. And when it comes to finding a gift for each of them, it could add up. But this year, while I was making my way through Walmart, I realized I don't have to spend a lot to get the gifts they'll love.
An OPI mini mani set! I'm gonna do so much nail art.
Oh, yeah! A Lego set! Might own a Walla water bottle!
Ooh, and that's just half of them.
Shop great gifts they're sure to love for $25 and under at Walmart.
What is this place? Welcome to Cloud9. How exactly did I get here? You're a Toyota Crown driver, and only Crown drivers ever reach this level of pure bliss.
The captivating Toyota Crown family. Toyota, let's go places.
Whether you're making a delicious family meal or a post-workout snack, choose the farm-fresh taste of Eggland's Best Eggs. Only Eggland's best hens are fed their proprietary all-vegetarian feed. That's what makes their eggs more nutritious. With 10 times more vitamin E, 25% less saturated fat, and 6 times more vitamin D compared to ordinary eggs. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs. Visit egglandsbest.com to learn more.
Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast for you, Eagles Nation, covering news, notes, and opinions of our favorite team, the Philadelphia Eagles, right here on the Eagles Pin Pull Podcast Network. I'm Phil Stifler, your host. You can find me at Bearded Knowledge on all social media platforms, and we are one day away from Eagles, Commanders, Thursday Night Football, first place in the NFC East on the line. And to really start thinking about the game, the first thing you have to do is look at who Washington is. Tomorrow on Thursday's show, we'll give you the keys to victory. I'll give you my predictions and my final thoughts. But on Wednesday here, I want to really look at who Washington is. How did they get to 7-3? How were they in first place up until this past week? What do they do well? What do they do poorly? So the first thing, let's compare the Eagles and Commanders' defenses and offensive, just statistically speaking. Yards per game, Washington's defense is 14th in the league. The Eagles is second. Passing yards per game, 5th for Washington, 3rd for the Eagles. Rushing yards given up a game, 28th for Washington, 5th for the Eagles. Points per game, 11th for Washington, 5th for the Eagles. So clearly, right off the bat, the Eagles' defense is better suited and better off right now than Washington's. They're playing better. Washington's offense versus the Eagles' offense. A little closer here. Yards per game, Washington's 4th. Eagles are 6th. Passing yards per game, Washington's 11th. The Eagles are 20th. Rushing yards per game, Washington's 4th. The Eagles are 2nd in the NFL. And Washington's offense points per game is 4th in the NFL compared to the Eagles' 7th. So neck and neck there. So the question comes, how did the Washington Commanders become 7-3? They've had 3 losses. Tampa, the opening week of the season, who we as well lost to. They've lost to Baltimore, who we will face in a few weeks. And they lost this past week to Pittsburgh in a close game, who we also will face in a few weeks. But is this 7-3 record deceiving at all? They're obviously led by their young quarterback, Jalen Daniels, who has thrown for over 2,100 yards. He's got 9 touchdowns. He's run the ball massively and effectively, obviously, along with Brian Johnson, along with a rejuvenated Austin Eckler. The run game is setting up the pass game, just like the Eagles. And it's getting a little bit better, hence why the Eagles' offense is passing-wise only ranked 20th, but it's getting better. So they do a lot of similar things where they run the ball to set up the pass offensively. But let's look at these games. Obviously, they lost a hard-fought game, a knockdown, drag-out battle Sunday against Pittsburgh. They were one Hail Mary away from being 6-4, where they barely beat Chicago back on October 27th, the Washington Commanders. If they just bat it, the Bears defense just bats that Hail Mary down, they're 6-4. They've beaten Carolina, who we'll face. They've beaten Cleveland, who we've beaten as well. They beat Cincinnati in a close game just like this. They had a close game, even though it was a win against the Giants, which we had a little easier. So their schedule and their path is eerily similar. We just seem to do a few things better than them. Now, I'm not trying to say that the Eagles are just straight up better than Washington. Obviously, Washington is a very good team. But it comes down to, again, just like it has for several weeks for the Eagles, stop the opposing team's run. You can control their pass because you have Quinion Mitchell. They have scary Terry McLaurin, as a wide receiver who's still a really damn good wide receiver. He's got 6. He's the only only pass catcher, period, with more than one touchdown catch for Washington. He's got 6. He's got 47 catches. Their second leading receiver is former Eagles legend Zach Ertz with 37 catches. He's only got 381 yards on the season. So you shut down Terry McLaurin and you stop the run game. That's how you stop the potent Washington Commanders offense. It's pretty simple. We've gotten better stopping the run. We're 5th in the league at stopping the run. So it shouldn't. Brian Johnson, he's been out the last few games. He was a limited participant in their walkthrough today on Tuesday, so he might be available. But even if not, Austin Eckler had a really good game last week. Starting to turn the corner a little bit, leads the team in rushing touchdowns. It's really going to come down to what Vic Fangio does to contain Jalen Daniels, who leads the team in rushing. He's got over 464 yards rushing already. Hold on, is he just a running back that pretends to be a quarterback? Isn't that what we're told all the time about, Jalen Hurts? Maybe, I don't know. I don't hear anybody saying that about Jalen Daniels. I just hear them saying he's a great prospect. But that's a little bitterness on my part. So part 1 is stopping Jalen Daniels and their running game. Part 2 is attacking their rush defense with our elite running game. We were able to give Saquon Barkley a much lighter load against Dallas. He only touched the ball 15 times, 14 rushing and the one big catch, which was an amazing juke and stuff like that. They're the 28th ranked rushing defense out there, Washington. So this is another game, Thursday night, short rest. Washington's going to be tired. They're already banged up. So the game plan is really simple. You attack their weakest part of their team, which is their run defense. That's how you do it. And you know what? The Eagles will be getting some reinforcements back, it seems. Jordan Mailata was activated off of IR on Tuesday. Jack Stoll cut. Not a big loss there. Jack Stoll, blocking tight end, doesn't provide much. You got Grant Calcaterra, you got Dallas Goedert, you got guys on the practice squad. It is what it is with the tight end position. But Jordan Mailata being activated and making that cut of Jack Stoll tells me Mailata will be back. And I don't want to crush Fred Johnson. Fred Johnson has been okay, but he has not been great, especially in pass protection. So it'll be good to see Jordan Mailata back out there. It will also help the tush push a little bit more. It'll help a few different aspects of this team, offensively speaking, getting him back. Obviously, you need to protect Jalen Hurts. We'll get into that tomorrow, but they obviously have Dante Fowler Jr., who leads their team with 8.5 sacks already on the season. So that's something to keep an eye on. And having Jordan Mailata out there will definitely make a difference. So we're learning what this team is. Here's another thing. I was looking at the 3 losses the Commanders had. Week 1 against the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers ran the ball 30 times, won the time of possession. Week 6 against the Ravens, they lost 30-23. They shut down Jalen Daniels in that game. The Baltimore Ravens ran the ball 37 times, won the time of possession 36-23 against the Steelers last week. The Steelers ran the ball 43 times, won that time of possession 36-27. So you stop their run and you run the ball. You win that time of possession. That is how you beat the Washington Commanders. Will they be my keys to victory tomorrow? Probably. We'll get into some more of the key matchups tomorrow on this show, and I'll give you my prediction. But I'm thinking I'm already laying out for you the blueprint on how the Eagles can keep their win streak going, can get to a 6-game winning streak, and get that 1.5-game cushion in the NFC East, which is crucial when you've got, like I said in the past, you've got Baltimore, you got the Rams, you got Pittsburgh. Again, another game with Washington. all coming up starting tomorrow. 5 of the next 6 games will determine the outcome of the season for the Philadelphia Eagles. Guys, I'm Phil Stiefel. This is the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest 10-minute or less Eagles podcast. There is news, notes, and opinions. Guys, make sure you're enjoying, you're following along the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network, but make sure you check out Trending in the AM on the STT Sports Network, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9:30. I put a link to the YouTube channel in the description of the show. Just copy and paste it. Go over, hit subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. We talk all things Philadelphia sports on that show, 5 days a week, 90 minutes, where I'm taking your opinions on all these topics. So, guys, I greatly appreciate it. But again, this is the Eagles Checkdown on the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network. Go Birds, and bubbles up to you.
This is the sound of your ride home with Dad after he caught you vaping. Awkward, isn't it? Most vapes contain seriously addictive levels of nicotine and disappointment. Know the real cost of vapes. Brought to you by the FDA.
Prep for Thanksgiving at Whole Foods Market. Save now on no antibiotics ever frozen whole turkey, just $1.49 a pound with Prime. Sales on brie and select seafood appetizers help get things started. For sides, go with wallet-happy favorites from 365 by Whole Foods Market. And finish with decadent desserts from the bakery. Or get your whole spread catered. Just order early. Get Thanksgiving ready at Whole Foods Market. Terms apply.
Ryan Reynolds here for, I guess, my 100th Mint commercial. No, don't. I mean, honestly, when I started this, I thought I only have to do like 4 of these. I mean, it's unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month. How are there still people paying 2 or 3 times that much? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be victim blaming here. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save. Whenever you're ready.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
The holiday season officially starts when you get that first card in the mail. Shutterfly makes it easy to add more meaning to the everyday with hundreds of holiday card designs that can be personalized in seconds with your favorite photos from this year. Select your greeting, customize the color, and even add little extras like personalized foil to make a holiday card that really shines. Enjoy 40% off with code SMILE40 at Shutterfly.com and send something meaningful this year. See site for more details.